Right. Hello and welcome to another Allez podcast. Unfortunately, we've got Seamus with us. I'm sure you can see that, and I'm sure you're as excited as I am to hear him gloat some more about United being above Liverpool on the table. Oh God, it's funny how he's always available now. They're above us, isn't it? Weird that, isn't it? It's just so coincidental that he was always busy when they were below us, but now they're above us. He's always available. Can't get rid of him. Unfortunately, our big can't be with us. Apparently, he's at the what is it, Cannes Film Festival. He said. I mean, oh my God, what's he trying to pull there? I don't know. To be
No,
honest, I think I'm
let,
trying to
let,
go to
let me try and
dentist.
copy. Let me try and copy him. Salutations, pod lovers. Whatever he says, whatever his shtick is. But anyways, greetings everyone. As
Yeah,
as a punishment for United doing so well in the league, almost like ensuring third place, I've been downgraded to this mess of a podcast called Ale because hey ho, there needs to be more talk about Liverpool.
I,
Let's not bring up Man United and their
well, we wanted
exploits.
to talk about the big clubs, so we've ruled out Man United straight away there, haven't we? Anyway, it's nice to see you got a new sponsor for the pod, Tata Automotive.
uh,
Yeah, it's not quite Ralph Lauren like you like before, but if they pay, they pay.
hey, hey Tata, if you ever stumble upon this, you know
Aren't they
whom you
Rush?
should sponsor.
Aren't they
Free
Russian?
advertisement for you.
Aren't they Russian?
No, no, Tata is Indian.
That's what to try. I was just hoping you were in trouble then. Damn. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the ones. Yeah, I know who they are now. I remember them now. I was thinking of Larder. That's what I was thinking of. Divvy. Right. Anyway, because I'm trying to prevaricate so we don't have to talk about Liverpool because we've been so fucking awful. Oh God. Have you actually watched any Liverpool games lately? Forget the one you're going to mention, but I mean since then.
Actually, the one I would mention, United versus Liverpool. I caught the better half for you guys, the second half. Imagine how amazing it would have been to have done the podcast last week after I had watched the
Um,
whole half. Uh, I actually also watched a bit of Liverpool versus Chelsea as well.
I had to watch. I watched it again to do the write up. The review and that. And I watched it a sec. It took me so long to do, not because not because it was really difficult to write, but because I kept falling asleep watching it again. It was so bad. Oh God. I was literally, I'd put it on, start watching it, and I'd sit back to start watching it, and the next thing I know, oh my God, it's awful. What? How can they be so bad these days?
No, like if obviously we are going to talk about how bad Liverpool are in the moment, but something I that actually I came up to realize just hit me yesterday when Billy responded on our chat is how horrible is the rest of the league.
Mm,
Liverpool are like genuinely were never this bad of a team under Brendan Rodgers.
no, I mean Liverpool and Chelsea aren't even in the relegation battle, and they're horrendously bad. I mean, watching that game was it was torture on the eyes. You may as well have just scraped a cheese grater over me eye, me eyeballs as to make me watch that again. And yeah,
The overall league, it's become so condensed and everything. But how can United be like we're almost like we are secured for fourth because Liverpool play
mm,
Villa next. So we
yeah, you can't
even
be.
if we forfeited the next two games, there is no chance that we finish below fourth.
Yeah.
And in all likelihood, we are gonna be third.
Yeah. How
And
bad?
and, and then and then and then yeah, and then it is like uh, uh, it's basically half a season under a guy who everyone is dismissed as being one of the worst ever in our league. Like how bad is the rest of the league? It's so amazing because Liverpool are slow, ponderous, boring, lacking ideas,
Are these just all the
toothless,
things that were written
uh,
on your report at school about you?
directionless, no, directionless, incohesive, uninspiring, all those things, and
Sounds
yet
like my school
you're
report.
gonna finish fourth. You're gonna finish fourth in all likelihood. Like how come?
It's astonishing. How bad do you have? I mean, was it 26 points? Was it less we had before the Chelsea game? I think it was. And it's like 20 as from last season, and you're still up there. I mean, how? How bad is this league? And yet, still, the final of the Champions League, you've got Arsenal in it. The final of the Europa League, you've got Aston Villa. And the final of the Conference League, you've got Crystal Palace. So somehow they're good enough to reach every major final in European football. Yet, the shit. I mean, the football's appalling.
And we could actually like try and make a case that the only reason there are four teams in the sorry, three teams in the European finals instead of four is because two of them were paired against each other in the same
That's
final.
true. That's true. But yeah, that
No,
did.
like a fourth team also made it to
Yeah.
a semi-final.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You know, you've got two ways of looking at that. Either that's, could have had two teams in the one of the finals, or yeah, it's like it's almost domination again. It's hard to believe that it just doesn't make any sense, really. But
It's it's confusing to me, like how the whole league is like because I look at the position and I see a lot of teams doing well, better than expected and everything, and then you look at the points total, and then it's like, is it? Ultimately, it just comes down to when we compare to the seasons gone by. It's like the 18th team has way more points than they
mm,
did a couple of years back, and it feels like almost every other team has just given them the points. It's
mm.
like quite
Yeah, it's definitely
amazing.
the bottom few, isn't it? That's just out, just the two battling relegation have got a lot more points than usual, and it seems to have dragged everyone else down.
Yeah, like Liverpool against Chelsea. I don't know which team is worse. I don't know which team needs a new manager more.
That
And
was
and
one
and,
of the worst
and,
games
and
I've ever seen.
let me be honest. Yeah, and let me be honest. I am personally not convinced that Slot is gonna get the sacking at the end of the season. I know a lot of people, including you, want that to happen, but I am not fully convinced that is gonna happen. I was also like just this morning I saw that there is gonna be a slight change in the Beckham Stafford slot. Surely you
Yeah,
don't get that done if
bringing in
you
his
are
old, the
looking
one he
at
wanted
the
to
same
bring in the first place. In case anybody doesn't know, no, it's the one. What's his name? Is it Ranieri?
region or something.
Something like that. Yeah, he was coming in initially, but he got turned down for a work permit because he didn't have the correct coaching badges. So
Badges.
he's gone away and got the coaching badges now, and they're bringing him in the summer. So yeah, that so does seem.
Are you yeah, are you aware of a similar situation with another coach?
Well,
Uh,
this was
Iraola.
what happens.
Iraola wanted to bring his assistant from Vallecano when he joined Bournemouth. That guy couldn't get a work permit even after Iraola himself wrote a letter to the FA
Hmm,
or whichever department it is. And then lo and behold, he has taken Rayo Vallecano to a European final.
yeah,
What kind of work permit thing is this?
yeah. It
Surely
shows
you're meant to
the madness of that.
filter out the not so good ones and then bring in the better ones.
They with the slot thing as well. I mean, the thing is, is this like just going to be similar to Brendan Rodgers, where they give him a new backroom staff and then they have to get rid of him a few months down the line? Because that's what it seems to me is going to happen if they do this. I mean, it's crazy. There's no way on earth that this man could turn it around. He hasn't got it. He clearly hasn't got it. And he's lost the players, he's lost the fans. It's too late. You cannot fix what he's done. It's just that it's done. That's it. Once you get to this point, you're not going to fix it no matter what you do because it just doesn't happen. You don't turn it around. The fans don't turn easily at Anfield. And when they do, that's it. You're just not going to fix that. It's too late. I just think they
And
should have
also,
been already getting rid of him now. He should have been gone.
and also, it does look like from just an outsider with a totally biased view, which I already have. It just looks like there is a real divide amongst certain players. The old guard, like not
Mm,
just Salah. Salah is the poster boy for anti-slot movement or whatever it is. But like it seems Allison is. At least to me, it looks like he is being pushed out of the door more than he is trying to get out. Robertson is leaving.
Never got
Van
offered
Dijk
a
doesn't.
contract, so he was being pushed out the door no matter what
Yeah,
somebody
Jones.
saying.
Jones
Jones,
also
yeah.
seems to be in a similar situation.
Yeah, he doesn't want to work with Slot.
Yeah, it
Uh,
just seems like McAllister as well. I know you're not a fan and all, but
yeah,
he also
there is
doesn't seem
some
to.
good points, yeah.
there,
But yeah, I mean,
there does seem to be a divide. I don't know, like how. I think you're in a similar situation to what Ineos and Manchester United were
mm,
on at the uh, time.
yeah, this is
Just
why I wanted you
yeah,
on today to talk about that
yeah,
similarity.
Ten Hag,
That's
yeah,
yeah,
that final, the Manchester Derby FA
mm,
Cup final, like it's on paper at the start of the season. What do you consider the bare minimum for the club is for all the financial regions and everything is secure Champions League football, secure European places, which was for United. For Liverpool, it's a bare minimum is secure Champions League football. Now you've done it.
see,
Just from a financial side.
yeah,
Financial
from
side.
financial side, yeah, I would say the bare minimum should have been a challenge for the title. When you spent 400 odd million, you've got to challenge. You know, when you're already reigning champions, you've got to challenge for the title. It doesn't matter if you don't win it, but you've got to at least try and win it. And they just haven't under Slot this season at all. Not even tried.
Yeah, but then you look at the performances, it's like the results at times, okay, the overall mood at times is just and then you're stuck in a hard place. Like, do you try and become a club that is seen as very supportive and
Mm,
willing
yeah.
to give time, willing to build, or do you want to be seen as a club that is like trigger happy, like push the button all the time? Like it's a very hard balancing act because we look at Chelsea, didn't have a great run at the end of Maresca, got rid, then again got rid of Rashidinho without a proper plan, and then now you're again like trying to build back and build back and build back. But then you also look at how the current state of affairs is.
Mm.
It's, that
Yeah.
is where you make your big bucks with the sporting directors, the CEOs, the director of footballs, whatever positions you have. This is where you make the big bucks. This is where
Mm,
they and us, we should at least be differing.
mm. Yeah, unfortunately, Liverpool have got a sporting director who's not even close to being the right man for the job, in my opinion, in Richard Hughes. And and then you've got Edwards above him, who's not even got an actual job anymore. So it's a mess. It is a mess, and they should be looking at. I mean, normally I'd be on the side of giving him a bit more time, and I prefer to see them given a couple of years at least, full seasons before you even judge them. And he's won the Premier League in his first season, so normally I'd be saying, should be giving him another season, carry on. But he's clearly destroyed everything that he built. He's clearly taken it backwards. There's no sign of any kind of progress this season at all. As the season's gone on, it hasn't. There's not little things you could look at and say, "Oh, that's getting better." That's not so bad. Well, that's okay. You know what I mean? You can see, little passages of play or anything. There's absolutely nothing there. It's just got worse. I mean, the best points of that game. I mean, the shot by Gravenberch was out of nowhere. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was a great build-up play or anything. It was just out of nowhere, really. He just cut inside shoot. And really, you've got to say the keeper should have got to that anyway. I've got to say that, might not have said, but he should have done better. And then you look at what were the other bright spots of the game. The only bright spot I think was a short spell when McAllister actually put himself about and got stuck in, and that lasted all of what, maybe 2 to 5 minutes at most, and that was it. That is the whole. That is all that was worth saying. That's a positive in that game, and that's not enough to say this guy's making progress. It's regression, constant regression. This is getting worse from where it was at the start of the season to now. It's just gone down and down and down and down. You wouldn't mind, but there's been games when he's reverted back to his system. You know what I mean? There's been a few games, this dotted here and there. I think it was Villa, and a couple of other games where he's reverted back to the way he played last season. And Liverpool won at a canter, but he's not stuck with it. He refuses to. I think his ego's too big, to be honest. I think that's the big part of the problem. I don't think it allows him to use somebody else's system. He has to do it his way, and that's a problem because his way's not working.
Sorry, after like so many games, so many evidences, you have to like, if nothing else, even if you don't accept that your idea is not good enough, at least hold your hands up and say like the squad isn't ideal
Mm,
for which direction you're heading to.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if
At,
you can't,
at least
you can.
that is something to push.
Mm. Yeah, that's how he should at least be looking at it and saying, well, this isn't suited to this set of players then, so I have to try something else. But he's not even doing that. He's like he is like Brett. I can see why people are referring to him as like Brendan Rodgers because he is
And, you
this.
know,
He is very similar. The ego's just too much to allow them to actually um just do what's right for the team. They just want to do they just have to do what they think's best at all cost. It's
by the way, just since you brought up Rodgers a couple of times, do you remember how many goals Liverpool scored when you had that infamous second position finish against City?
no, no, I don't remember.
101.
100. And how many have we scored this season?
No, that was not gonna be my question. Do you know how many the league leaders have scored?
Oh, I don't know.
The quality of the league is
90.
quite different. No, not even City have scored 90.
Oh, this
Arsenal
season
don't
you're
score
talking
really
about.
good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. 78, something like that, maybe.
No.
It's
Oh,
it's
it
only
is
about it's
like
less than two a game, isn't it? Actually, I'm thinking it's less than two game, isn't it? So it can't be. It's got to be right 69 or 68, something like that, because it's less than
68.
two a game.
It's
68,
68
yeah,
for Arsenal.
yeah. So I remember them talk about that less than two a game, and City have scored more,
And,
obviously, but
and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Arsenal are not going to get to your total now. from that season.
What, 101? They're not going to reach that. That's a
No,
big
not
shout.
the
That I
scores.
mean, they've got two games.
I mean points total.
Yeah.
It's
How many? I mean, let's be honest. They're not going to get all those times where Liverpool were coming second to City, and they're racking up huge points totals. And then this season, it's such a low number. It's quite depressing, really. But as a fan, to be watching it. Last season wasn't particularly good either.
well, at least it was something.
But you could excuse that one
Yeah,
because Liverpool had taken
84.
so far
He had
ahead that the others
84.
kind of gave up on it. Quite
Yeah,
early on.
you had 84. Brendan Rodgers had 84 points.
Jeez.
And he is a no good manager.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't at all a great manager. Not even close to one.
Oh, I'm just oh let me read this, and I know this is getting to a pointless conversation already, but City at 86 that season
Mm,
when he was Suarez
yeah.
going rental, whatever it is. Liverpool 84, Chelsea 82, Arsenal 79, Everton had 72 points.
Everton. Wow. See, maybe we should say we'll
And,
save
and,
that for the.
United, United are going to mathematically secure third position by reaching 66 points this season.
That was something that they were talking about on the Everton site, saying about what a great what great progress they've made under Moyes this season. But looking at it, they've only got 1 point more than they had last time round. Last year at this point, they had one more point they've got this season. Yet this season they're well clear. They're right up there, and they were chasing the European places. And last season they were nowhere. It just shows how bad the league is.
Ah, come on. United had 64 points. We finished seventh in that season. We were only one point better off. Two games in India for sure. But we can just say we're 2 points better off from that season and we're third.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy this
Bloody
season.
hell.
How has it been? I
What a
mean,
crazy shit show this is. Sorry for my language, but this is a fucking shit show.
oh, that's it. We'll have to ban you at least until Man United start losing again. Yeah. Can't have that kind of bad language. No fucking
We
swearing
will
on
not.
here, mate. No swearing on here.
We were
But
not to get ourselves. We were not to get ourselves. It wasn't great for United as well, but Liverpool. Okay, I've been trying to ask this question, bring this up on a podcast for a couple of weeks
mm-hmm.
already now. Mohamed Salah is leaving the club.
So
I'm pretty sure you guys have covered it all, everything. But what is a realistic way for Liverpool to replace him, to move on from him, and to try and build a new generation of attack?
to be honest, there
Because
just
he's the
isn't
last.
one.
Yeah, he's the last on the lot.
There just isn't one because there is no one to replace. So what you've got to do is you've got to go young and develop them. Because there just isn't anyone. I mean, the only player out there that you could realistically say that would put in the same kind of numbers as Salah was putting in last season. There's only one player you could look at and say, possibly two, but both of them play for PSG. Kvaratskhelia,
But, yeah,
Kvaradona, yeah, I haven't got my
that's
teeth
what's
in,
better.
obviously, and possibly Doué. Though, of course, Dembele would still win Player of the Year, even if he wasn't playing for him. Just because he happened to be just because he happened to be in, happened to be playing for PSG. As in case anybody's not heard it, played 9 times in the league this season. He only what was it, one start or something
No, no,
ridiculous?
no. It is 9 starts in
Nine
the league.
starts, sorry, and he's
Only 190 minutes
yeah,
complete.
190 minutes. That was it. Correct. Sorry, my fault. Got that all ass about face. 9 starts, won 90 minutes in the entire league season, and he's just been voted League One Player of the Year. How? I mean, it just shows they're just hype. It's not about who actually is good, these awards, these personal awards. I mean, the Balloon d'Or has been stupid for years. It's been crazy. It's never been about who's the best player. It's just always been who's got the most hype that season. Uh, yeah. Anyway,
Who can make a strong?
the
Yeah,
one I wanted to ask you is, let's just say, I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful that they'll see sense and get rid of Slot this summer. I nearly said something else then, but I'm trying not to swear. Yeah, they get rid of Slot this summer as they should do, which clearly they have to because he's absolutely useless. But yeah, who do you think you should? Who, if you had free reign, anyone out there, who would you appoint as the new man? Obviously, Enrique's obviously the one, but I mean the ones that are potentially available because Enrique's not gonna be available, is he, this summer? So
I,
forget that.
actually, I have my own reservations on Enrique to any of the top English clubs outside of Man City.
Why?
Man City have a team and a style that is already quite closer to what Enrique wants from
Hmm.
his team. Other sides, they like if you come to United, he doesn't have the same
Hmm.
midfield and defensive structure.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna talk about the personnel. Same with Liverpool. The whole. I think he would need a lot more newer additions
Hmm.
to get to it he wants, and we've seen, especially
Yeah.
at
I can see that.
PSG, that he's very much wedded to his own ideas.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not saying he's a bad. I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's done a terrific job, over delivered on my expectations as well, and everything. I think Iraola is the guy for Liverpool
Hmm.
because he is the closest to a club that you can find who has done it in the Premier League.
Hmm. So you go a
Who's
very
done it in the Premier League is different, yeah.
hmm.
And like I always at the start of the season, I start by worrying what a Bournemouth gonna do. Even if they attack well, they're gonna sip a lot of goals and everything. And every season, somehow, with a lot of players churning, he still manages to get a defense that is, as a collective unit, doing really well.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Even
mean.
now, when he's yeah, and especially now when it's come like it's already been announced that he's leaving, his replacement has been announced. Bournemouth are safe in the league and everything. He has still managed to get really good results and really good performances from his team. That says a lot about his ability to
And
motivate his squad, even with a
they're
goodbye
still in
on
the
the
running for
horizon.
Champions League as well. They could end up finishing
And
above
like
Liverpool. Yeah.
this is something that hit me just this morning. It's like Liverpool have a guy who has a good connection with Bournemouth and Richard Hughes.
Hmm.
Bournemouth are doing well. Still, there is a manager who, when they were already doing well, came out in the public and said he's leaving. He could have left it at the end of the season.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm thinking there is a chance that something was being or had been done behind closed doors, behind
And
everyone's knowledge.
it wasn't
And
that. It was
athletic law. That is the main thing for me.
no.
Athletic law didn't
The,
go for him.
the
Maybe that is
what?
what he lined
Yeah,
up.
but that wasn't why he announced it early. The reason he announced it early was because Bournemouth wanted to solidify the replacement. They wanted it sorted, and they wanted to get the replacement um, done and announced, and they didn't want to risk it getting leaked out. 10 minutes. Yeah, they didn't want to
Right.
risk it getting leaked out, so well, it was a bit like when Klopp left early. It was early, months earlier than he actually intended to announce it, because somebody had found out, and so they had to announce it so that they could announce, they could get it all out in the open before it came out in all the newspapers. Like, so that's basically the same as what's happened here with Iriolazy. They wanted to get, they were in negotiations with the new man already, and somebody found out, so they had to announce it so they could get the new man in place before it all came out and got leaked out. And then it obviously it's worse then because people are, it's not come from them, it's come from the newspapers first, and they're not controlling the narrative, are they? Then they don't like to do that these days, clubs. Oh.
Yeah, but still, do you see the logic in my 2 plus 2 equals to 7 conspiracy?
Yeah, you do like to jump to them, don't you? we, yeah, so Iriola's probably my first choice as well, I've got to say. Much as I love Xabi Alonso, he's one of my favourite players of all time, not just a Liverpool player, but in general. Like, I think he's just one of the greatest. He's definitely, in my opinion, the greatest holding midfielder there's ever been. Well, as a manager, I do think he's a, he worked a miracle in Leverkusen, but he's never managed in the Premier League, and that worries me because you've got no
No, but
knowledge.
the past couple of weeks at Real Madrid have done immensely well for Xabi Alonso's
Oh
reputation.
yeah, oh
Before,
yeah, they've
yeah,
rebuilt
before
it,
that
haven't
it
they?
was like, oh yeah, before that it was even. I think we might have said it on podcast. If not here, then we probably said it between our personal conversations. It's like, oh, like he didn't do so well at Real Madrid with the superstars, with the expectations, with the money pressure, everything. But now you see how much of a rubbish hole it is at Real Madrid. Oh, what he did was actually exemplary. Probably better than what he did at Leverkusen, getting those guys to at least not fight and not
I
break each other's heads and
Well, I
everything.
felt sorry for him personally because I mean he had a good record. He had 70 odd percent. Was it 74% uh, winning percentage in the league? And like obviously this isn't a particularly good Real Madrid side. The problems came when he tried to get them to do the honour guard for Barcelona, didn't he? He tried to get them to clap them off after they'd beaten them in the cup. It was a Super Cup, Spanish Super
Yeah,
Cup,
they
was
don't
it?
like.
I can't remember. And they threw their toys out of the pram.
It's a spoiled brat culture at the
Yeah,
club, anyways. With
yeah. And they didn't like the fact that he had them working hard, running too much and stuff like that. And I felt he was hard done by anyway. But now it's shown that, like, what I thought he was hard done by. Now I know it was ridiculous, and it's probably the biggest mistake they made was backing the players over him. I mean, what was it that what did that petition reach in the end on signatures? Last I heard, it was over 30 million to get rid of Mbappe. And I know obviously they're not all going to be Real Madrid fans, but I'll guarantee you to begin with, it was the Real Madrid fans detest him. They hate him.
the start was from Real Madrid fans. That is the thing.
They really do hate him. It's not like this is but I doubt there was a single Barcelona fan signed that petition because they love him because he's ruining them. They think he's dragging Real Madrid down. So yeah, they're an absolute shambles, Real Madrid. So you
Yeah,
can't really
you
judge
can have,
Xabi on
yeah,
that.
you can have 30 million. Heck, you could have 300 million people sign a petition to get rid of Mbappe, but you cannot have any club go after him because who's going to pay the money?
Exactly. Yeah. So and then the other option. Anyway, the other options. Hunes, I think, is the other option. I'd be happy with. I like him. There's actually a few young ones in the German league that look interesting, but Hunes stands out head and shoulders above the likes of Ollie Werner and all that. Yeah, he's plays similar style to Klopp. It's exciting, but like obviously he's at Stuttgart, and before that was it Hoffenheim. Before that he was at, if I remember correctly. It's small clubs. He's not managed a
He
big club.
didn't do well at Hoffenheim. That much I know.
Yeah, he's so it's kind of like he's still got a lot to prove. And who else is there? Who's the other option? This Iriola, Slot, Hunes. Who's the fault? There isn't. Oh no, there isn't. There's three. No, there isn't three. Oh, it's okay. I was just thinking. I was asked to make a comparison article. I was thinking there was 4 people in it, but the other one was Slot, of course. Dickhead. Ooh, sorry, being stupid there. I was thinking there was
Now,
a 4th one, but a 4th one to compare them
just to
against
bring up
was Slot.
just to bring up another name who someone would have if I was not here and was doing this in my
Oh,
place.
Nate.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nagel,
Thank God he's at that
just for
freaking.
the completion sake.
No wonder he's at the Cannes
Also,
Film Festival rather than watching
I
football.
don't think, yeah, I don't think anyone of us was Portuguese league or anything, but Porto have done a blinder.
Yeah.
They have done a blinder because Benfica are gonna, in all likelihood, end this season as invincibles. And if anyone doesn't know, as it stands right now, they are third in the league.
Mm, yeah,
They are
Porto are running away
invincible.
with it.
They're gonna be third in the league. Probably not even gonna get the Champions League. Or probably definitely not gonna get the Champions League if they finish third.
Yeah.
Francisco Faraon, ex-Nice Ajax guy,
Mm.
he he is building up a reputation. I don't think it's gonna be a good idea for him to jump to Liverpool right now. Just someone to keep an eye on for
Yeah, for the
a
future.
building up job.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I think somebody else like West Ham maybe, because I think they'll be looking for a new
West
manager
Ham
in
are
the
gonna be
summer.
in the championship.
Yeah, well,
They're
they're
gonna
going to.
be in the
No, but I
championship.
mean, that's the kind of job. I mean, it might be Spurs, yeah. Still, it's only 2
Palace.
points in it.
No, it's a kind of job like if you want to place it's a Palace
Mm.
or an Everton or a Brighton kind of a
But
job.
obviously, Everton don't need anybody because they've got the Messiah. Why would they need anybody? Can't even imagine why you
We can
would
make fun of
consider
him.
they need a new manager.
No, we can make fun of him and everything, but A, Moyes as he's gonna be a decisive factor in the title. B, there is a chance they get European football.
Yeah, it's just shocking how bad the rest of the league are that he's able to do that with this shite
No,
football. That's the
no,
thing, isn't it?
2026, we're in the big old 2026. And the title is being decided by David freaking Moyes.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Hi, it's just going backwards, isn't it, rather than forwards. That's the thing.
Right?
Oh,
It's like I'm 13 years old again.
30 years old again. It's not that long ago.
13, 13.
30, you mean? No, definitely 30. How old are you? Why is my TV start? It keeps doing this. It keeps keeps trying to read they're listening in my conversation. I don't know why. I haven't set it to do that. And it keeps coming up, with the search thing, where on your voice
Oh,
search.
by
And I
the way,
don't know why.
just before we finish, you still didn't get around to the actual solution for a Mohamed Salah replacement.
Yeah, it's saying it's got to be a youngster, that's it, and develop them because there is no one out there. Someone like Yandy Amandi, or I know a lot of people like Akliouche, is it? Akliouche? I can't think how.
Akliushi.
Yeah, I can't think how it's pronounced, but I'm not convinced. And he's 25, so he should be entering his prime right now for the speedy winger. I'm not convinced. I think
Raw numbers are not.
I wouldn't
I
touch
don't think
Barcola.
Olise. I don't think
I
Olise
don't rate
is
him.
a. I
That's the
don't think
thing.
Olise is a affordable option or a
No, I
viable
don't rate him.
choice
He's
right now.
lazy. Don't like him at all. Wouldn't touch him in a bad.
I know you guys dismissed it when I suggested it yesterday, but I think getting in someone like a Jared Bowen and then having a youngster is probably going to be the way to try and deal with Liverpool's problem before
Renata.
Salah's career ends, just like this podcast.
Yes. Well done. You finished it.